Hi everyone, Renee here. I wanted to do a reading that I feel needs to be done right now, and it's going to be timeless. This reading is all about self-care and healing, and possibly it's going to get somewhat specific for you. So if your first choice does not make sense, then maybe go and take a look at the video for your second choice. Or maybe just watch the entire video. And whichever one kind of resonates for you is the one you need to pay attention to. All right. So this video is all about healing and what you need to heal and what maybe you need to do or can do to heal right now. This is a pick a pile reading. We have 3 piles here. Which pile do you feel the most drawn to right now? Take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. Which pile seems to be calling to you right now? Is it pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3? And once you've made your choice, you can take a look below at the timestamps and fast forward to your reading. For this reading, I am only using oracle cards. So I'm using 4, 5, 6, I think 7 oracle card decks that all have to do with healing and self-healing and feeling better, and also the chakras. So again, which pile do you feel the most drawn to? Is it 1, 2, or 3? Once you've made up your mind, take a look at those timestamps. Fast forward to your reading. I wish you all the best. Sending you love and light. Hello, group 1. If you chose the first pile, this is your reading. So let's see what I can tap into for you about your health right now. Emotional, spiritual, maybe even physical. Your first card reads Healing Anger. Things that have been out of balance will soon be back in balance. As I remove confusion and gain greater clarity in my life, order will be restored. Now, the flip side of this is things should be different in my life. So if you're thinking these resentful thoughts, angry thoughts, that your life's never going to change, it's always going to be like this, or you're regretting or resenting choices you've made, you need to turn that around and be grateful and realize that things will be back in balance, okay? You will remove confusion. You will have greater clarity. Order will be restored. And again, it's all about healing anger and resentment. So that's coming up first for you, group 1. Now let's take a look at the archetypal energy that might be within you or embodying you at this time in your life. So for you, we got child, orphan. And the light attributes or the positive attributes of this archetype are independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering the fear of surviving. All right? And the shadow attributes of this are feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. So, of course, the fear here is fear of being abandoned or feeling like you've been abandoned. And the positive of this archetype is having great independence and personal strength and power and confidence and conquering the fear of surviving. So for some of you, that might have to do with what's going on here with the first card, with the anger or resentment you're holding in. And a lot of that is fear-based. So thirdly, what do you need to do maybe to feel better about all of this? Deep breathing, simple. Deep breathing exercises. There's also something called breath work. Look up breath work on YouTube and do some breath work exercises. I recommend that for you. And also we have for you releasing fear. Of course, most negative emotions or even reactions are fear-based. So for you, it kind of looks like the fear of abandonment might take hold more often than not. So this is going to take a toll on your relationships, right? That fear of being abandoned is going to take a toll. So you really want to look into that. Do some deep breathing and focus on how things will be balanced out. Order is restored. Imagine yourself having a clear mind. Imagine yourself feeling safe. and secure. Let's see what else I can tell you, Group 1. Love your shadow. We are perfectly imperfect. Accept and love yourself as you are, and do the same with others. Focus your efforts on your own mastery. I love that. I love that. So it's all about loving your shadow, loving the shadow attributes of yourself or of this archetype. So to get some more clarity, I'm going to draw a color goddess casting card and see which goddess, which types of energy we get with my deck. I am tuning into you as I shuffle. So for you, there is Mint. Daydream, fantasy, imagination. Tapping into your creativity. Also, it's a green shade, so it's healing that heart chakra. Having faith. Imagining your life as you want it to be. Believing that your life can be how you dream it to be. Now we'll take a look at the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. Excuse me. And see what we get for you with this deck. So for you, we have insecurity, root chakra, all about feeling insecure, letting those little demons get to you and goad you that you will be abandoned, or that your life will never be what you want it to be. Your life's incapable of becoming what you dream it to be. That is what this card is all about. And you can see there's a heart in here as well. Very interesting to me because there's so much red and orange shades here, and a little bit of yellow, of the root chakra, and the sacral as well, but also the green of the heart, and he's wearing a green shirt. So the first card here is insecurity. And we have growth, another green card, all about growth, personal growth, maturation. And with this is confidence and acceptance and faith and hope that things can grow and change and flourish. It can be about love as well, believing in love, that love can grow, that you're deserving of love. Let's draw a final card, and then I'll take a look at all of them for you. The Chakra Love cards. Oops. Okay, so we have this one. Chakra Balance. Unity is the key word. The only illusion is separation. Stones that would be good for you right now are blue lace, agate, amethyst, and new jade. I would say definitely jade, it's green. And definitely red stones would be good for you right now. Green and red and brown. Agate would be good for you. But essentially for you, Group 1, I'm trying to tap in psychically. What else can I tell you? Something happened maybe when you were a child. Maybe you were abandoned in some sense or other, whether a parent left or a parent passed away or there was a divorce or whatever it might have been. So I feel that many of you have lived in kind of a fantasy world for a while, or you did when you were a child. Yeah, let me rephrase that. You did when you were a child, and you would envision like the perfect life when you were an adult. You were trying to manifest and create the perfect life. Well, there is no perfect life. There is no perfection on earth, except something that is perfectly imperfect. There just is not. You're going to have the fears of abandonment. You're going to be dissatisfied once in a while. But when that's starting to overtake you, you need to release it. You need to release the fear. You need to release the expectancy of perfection. Let me put it that way. You need to accept the way things are growing in your life or changing in your life. Because whatever the change is, it could result in, it most likely will result in something positive. It's for our soul growth, okay? Challenges are for our soul growth. And right here it says perfectly imperfect. Accept and love yourself as you are and do the same with others. So some of you don't accept and love others because you don't accept and love yourself. And on top of that, you have the fears of abandonment, okay? The only illusion is separation. I like how we have the word here, separation. There's separation anxiety with you, which is the fear of abandonment most likely. And that's where this insecurity was instilled at a very young age. The root chakra was developed between the ages of 0 and 7 years old. It continues to develop our entire lifetime, but oftentimes when I do energy work, I'll see trauma in the root chakra that's been there for a lifetime, sometimes several lifetimes, sometimes it's stuck there. So you do need to work on that, and deep breathing and breath work will help you as well. Chakra meditations will help you, especially root chakra meditations or energy work, and heart chakra meditations and energy work, which is the green hues. And this particular color of mint has to do with daydreaming, fantasy, and imagining a wonderful life and a happy life. Not a perfect life, not a perfect fairy tale life, but a wonderful, happy life with someone who will grow with you. With others, plural, who will grow with you. A group of family, friends, your soul family, your tribe, who will grow with you and who will not abandon you or let you go. So you can release those fears. That's the main thing for you right now, is to release fear. So again, the red of the root and the green of the heart are the two chakras you would need to work on. Releasing the fear, releasing fear of abandonment, releasing expectations of perfection as well. And knowing that life can be like a fairy tale, but not perfect, because nothing's perfect, okay? Life is not a fairy tale, but life can nonetheless be wonderful if you believe it to be, all right? And remember, the only illusion is separation. And this is all about unity, how we're all connected. None of us are ever truly alone, and that is the truth. No matter how alone you feel at times, none of us are truly alone. All right, Group 1, I hope this helps you. I wish you all the best. Bye. Hello, Group 2. If you chose the second pile of cards, then this reading is for you. So let's take a look at what you need to know right now with our first card here. And for you, we have healthy goals. The only way others can get to know my true self is to talk from my heart. All right. And the flip side or shadow side of that would be, if I say something, I easily get embarrassed and I'm often misunderstood. You need to let go of that old and erroneous belief system. Let go of that and realize that others can get to know your true self by you talking from your heart, and that is a healthy goal for you right now. Speaking your truth and being your true, unique, and authentic self is very important for you right now, Group 2. So now we're going to take a look at an archetype that you might be embodying a little bit right now, or even more than a little bit. So you have Exorcist. The light attribute of this archetype is freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. And the shadow attribute of this, or the negative attribute of this, is fear of facing your own demons, all right? So you being afraid of facing your own demons or facing issues that were never dealt with will cause problems, or could be causing problems right now in this lifetime. You need to free yourself and others of destructive impulses that might be a result of you not facing your own demons. And demons is different for all of us. It might mean a trauma. Maybe that happened years ago when you were a child. It might mean something that just happened to you. Or maybe for some of you, it's something you did that you're feeling guilt about. It's all different. It's different for all of you, for all of us. But this is about exercising the demons out, the negativity out, so that you don't be self-destructive, so that you are not self-destructive. All right. So for you, what can you do to feel better right now? We have, of course, clear your energy field. If there's any negativity stuck to you or attached to you, you can clear it away with white sage, with Palo Santos, with crystals, with holy water, with salts. You can go to an energy worker or a healer or a spiritualist, and they can help you to do this if you don't know how to do it yourself. All right, I do energy work, which is similar to Reiki, and I do it via distance, via FaceTime or Zoom or even text. I've done it many times for clients all over the world. So if you feel like you cannot do this yourself, find someone else who can help you to clear your energy field. Also for you, group 2, we have, break addiction. Break addiction. This is, of course, going to be different for each of you. Some of you, it might be an addiction to alcohol or drugs. Some of you, it might be an addiction to food, or an addiction to gambling, or an addiction to technology, or an addiction to negative self-talk. I mean, it can be literally anything. But you are being asked by your angels and guides to try harder to break the addiction. All right? Maybe some of you can only do that by facing your demons and exorcising the demons. I just keep thinking of the quote in that movie. Which one was it? I can't even think of it right now. I've watched so many. I mean, my memory sucks, but where he says, exorcise the demons. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it was from an SNL skit. I'm not sure. If you know what it is, comment below. But maybe it's time to exorcise the demons. Maybe that'll help you to break your addiction. Because some people do become addicted to things when they're stuffing down emotions. They want to keep emotions stuffed down. They're afraid to let them out. And they're afraid to face their own demons. All right? So group 2, looks like there's a tendency to an addictive personality for you. All right, so you're going to have to work hard on that. Clearing your energy field is a nice place to start. All right, it's a great starting point. I always keep sage and salts and holy water and blessed oils in my home at all times for just such a process. Let's see what else you need to know, group 2. Okay. So for you, we have set boundaries. Honor and hold your own physical and emotional space. Only you can do this effectively. Respect your feelings and allow others theirs. So obviously this is all about setting boundaries, okay? That's necessary for you, and it's probably necessary right now in order for you to heal, setting these boundaries. If you are addicted to drugs or alcohol, and most of your friends use drugs or overindulge with alcohol, then you definitely want to set boundaries, right? Because you're trying to break the addiction, you're trying to heal. Now let's see what else I can tell you. I'm going to draw one of my Color Goddess casting cards. Take a look at the energies, and of course the color for you, group 2. All right, this is the one. Wow, so you got lovely Sky Goddess, faith, flight, and limitlessness. She is here to remind you that you are limitless. You need to have faith. You will get through this tough time, these tough issues, whatever you're trying to work through, you will get through it. and you will soar. You will take flight and you will blossom and grow, and your life will reflect that. I love Sky Goddess. She's one of my favorites in my deck. I'm going to take a look at some chakra cards. See what else I can tell you about the chakras. So far, we do have the light blue kind of popping up here. All right, and that is the heart and throat chakra. Speaking your truth, getting your emotions out in a healthy way, healing your heart chakra, forgiving yourself is probably a big one for you, group 2. Also forgiving others. All right, so let's see what we get for you. Not surprised. Blue, impatience. So this is kind of saying you need to be patient. Be a little bit more patient with yourself. Be a little bit more forgiving with yourself and a little bit more patient with yourself. All right, so let's see what else I can tell you. We have joy, expressing joy, feeling joy, allowing yourself to be joyful, and knowing and believing that you deserve bliss and joy and happiness in your life is very important to your healing as well. Okay? Maybe you've done some not so wonderful things in your past. All of us have. None of us are perfect. We've all made bad choices. And that guilt keeps you from allowing yourself to feel joyful. Maybe that guilt prevents you from healing. That guilt prevents you from healing, okay? Let me draw one final card, and then I'm going to take a look at all of them and wrap this up for you. Okay. Whoops. Okay. So for you, we have this, which is Amazonite, and it's more blue of the throat chakra. Creativity. Use creativity to transform your pain into positivity. So for you, group 2, many of you have probably not gotten creative in a while. Maybe you've just been so busy with responsibilities and work and life and maybe taking care of others, etc. You need to make time for creativity. All right? Interesting too, because the throat chakra and the sacral, which is an orange color, like this, a little bit like this, and a little bit in here, are both the sacral chakra, are both chakras that are affiliated with creativity. All right? So both of those chakras will benefit by you doing one creative thing a day, whether it's drawing, painting, gardening, journaling, writing, doing something really hands-on, making something with your hands would be extremely beneficial for you, group 2. Extremely beneficial for you. Let's take a look one last time at your cards. Remember to tell yourself that others can get to know your true self if you talk from your heart, if you speak your truth. That is the throat chakra in a nutshell, speaking your truth. Don't be afraid of getting embarrassed or people misunderstanding you. Nope, let that go. Let that go. Talk from your heart, speak your truth. You might want to find a therapist or a professional to help you to deal with your own demons and issues, whatever they might be, especially if you do have an addictive personality. I am certainly not an expert in this area, so I fully recommend you find someone who knows what they're doing, who you can talk to about your issues. But I will say that a good first step is clearing your energy field and maybe doing it yourself, or maybe hiring someone to do energy work on you along with other modalities of healing, okay? Along with other modalities of healing. In fact, I recommend energy work to everyone, for everyone, and I recommend seeing a therapist to and for everyone. I think everyone would benefit by talking things through and talking things out and digging deep into the shadows and the demons with a professional therapist or psychiatrist, etc. Okay? Clear your energy field. That will help you to break addiction. Setting boundaries will help you to break addiction. And facing demons will help you to break addiction. But setting boundaries and not maybe hanging around toxic people who help you to contribute to your addictions would be a good thing for you to do right now as well. And of course, we have having faith. This is also spirituality, you know, faith in yourself and faith such as there is a God and you are unconditionally loved no matter what you've done. We all have faults and no one is perfect, and you are loved nonetheless. Speaking your truth, being patient with yourself. There's the green and the blue here, green and blue here, that join the heart chakra up slightly to the throat. So for you, it is heart chakra, throat chakra, green and blue, a little bit of orange for the sacral. You need to get creative and you need to laugh as well. So while you're going through this healing process, get creative and find some fun because you deserve it. You deserve it. And be patient. This could be a slow moving healing and that's okay. All right. You have a long life in front of you and it's no rush. You want to heal properly. All right. I wish you all the best and all the joy in the world, Group 2. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hello, Group 3. If you chose the third pile of cards, this is your reading, and I hope to help you along your healing journey. So let's see what's going on with you, Group 3. Here's your first card. Living in society is the category of this card. With steel-like determination, I build a successful, prosperous, and productive life. Very confident statement. But the shadow statement of that is no matter how hard I try, I'll never be good enough. Maybe this is what you've been telling yourself, and you need to flip that around to this. With steel-like determination, I build a successful, prosperous, and productive life. You are successful, you're prosperous, you're confident. You want to embrace those qualities within yourself and let go of the self-doubts. So we're going to tap into maybe an archetype that you could be embodying right now and what needs to be addressed. Wow, for you we have healer, and the light attributes of this archetype are passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. On the other hand, the shadow attribute of this archetype is taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for yourself. All right? Does this sound like you? Then this is your reading. Maybe you are naturally a healer, but you have not been taking care of yourself. That's a possibility. That's kind of what I'm feeling more than taking advantage of others. I feel like maybe you're neglecting yourself. You're helping others and doing all these things for other people. You're not very confident in your own abilities, but you are easily able to build other people up. Well, now it's probably time to build yourself up, Group 3. Now, what is something you can do right now that would help you on your healing journey? Ooh, connect with fire. Connect with primordial fire energy. This is very powerful energy. It's obviously archaic energy and it's earth energy. So what you want to do is connect with fire and get grounded into the earth and feel your physicality, your physical body, feel your strength, feel your natural ability to move and to do what you set your mind to here in the physical world. Also for you, we have minimize guilt. Wow. So it's time for you to try to let go of any guilty feelings you might have, Group 3. You may need to, find a therapist or a doctor to talk to about your issues with guilt. This is something I can relate to. Maybe a lot of, or most empaths can relate to guilt. I can't even tell a tiny little lie without feeling guilty. So I find myself being almost brutally honest most of the time, just because I can't live with any type of guilt. Not sure why. Maybe you're the same. Maybe you're the same. And it can be an issue sometimes, because there are things that we think we've done that we feel are awful, and we can't forgive ourselves for them. Well, we're all worthy of forgiveness, all right? We are all worthy of forgiveness, no matter what we've done, no matter how bad we think it was. We are all worthy of forgiveness. And you need to remember that, group 3. And I love how there seems to be a forgiveness theme, which is the green of the heart, but also this connecting with your personal confidence and power of fire energy, and the reds and the oranges that are coming through as well so far. Let's see what else I can tap into for you, group 3. Okay. Wow, more red. Not surprised. Number 12, practice acceptance. The heart wants to give and do it all, but everyone has limitations. Accept help when needed. Not everything is being asked of you. Healers out there who chose this pile, not everything is being asked of you. Accept help when needed. Practice acceptance, group 3. You're doing your part to make the world a better place. I have no doubts about that. You are doing your part. You're giving 110%, but you need to take care of you, and you need to accept help. Minimize your guilt. Connect with fire energy, manifestation energy, personal power energy of fire, but also accept help. I would add, ask for help if you need it. If you need help, ask for it. You're probably the type of person who rarely asks for help. Again, I can relate. I think this is the pile that resonates most for me. I can totally relate to this. But believe me, if you're burned out and you need a rest, you need to make time for self-care. If you hold on to guilty feelings, you need to release those. In fact, you can release guilt with a fire. You can write down whatever you feel guilty about on a piece of paper, have a little ceremony, and burn it in the fire and release it. A releasing ceremony would be great for you, group 3. So let's see what else I can tap into for you with my Color Goddess casting cards. Okay. So for you, we have lilac, immaturity, innocence, and youth. Yes, it's all about seeing your own innocence, which is tied to forgiveness and acceptance of the self. Okay? Realizing that maybe some choices you made that have caused you to feel guilty were because you were immature. You didn't know any better. You were young and innocent and immature and youthful, and you didn't know any better. One thing I like for clients to do is to do a meditation where you greet your child self in a safe space, on a beach or in a meadow, or in a castle, or wherever a safe space would be for you. And you embrace your younger self and you tell yourself, I love you, I forgive you. It's extremely powerful. If you would like to try that, I would recommend it. All right? Embracing your younger self and forgiving your younger self for not knowing any better. All right, group 3. Let's shuffle and draw some of the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards, because I'm all about the colors and the chakras. And I want to be able to wrap up this reading by telling you what chakras to focus on. Oops. Okay. So first we have trickery. It can be a fear of being tricked or deceived or lied to, or maybe this is something you feel guilty about. tricking someone else, or lying, or letting someone else down. Okay? We also have for you perfection. Oh my gosh, right? None of us are perfect. There is no such thing as a perfect person. Release the guilt. Minimize the guilt. No one is perfect. Let go of your ideal or idea of perfection, group 3. It's time to release it and let go of it. So far, I mean, it's pretty obvious. We've got red going on and green going on. So that's the root chakra and the heart chakra. So for the root chakra, I want you to ground yourself, walk in nature, or even better, have a bonfire, write down what you feel guilty about, and burn it in the fire and release it as a releasing ceremony. And also with fire, you would be naturally kind of grounding into the earth and that primordial earth energy. Practice accepting help from others. Let go of perfectionistic ideals. Heal yourself. You help and heal others. It's time to heal yourself. Okay? Forgive yourself. Love yourself, group 3. Faults and all. What's the saying? Warts and all. Love yourself. Forgive yourself. You were young. You didn't know any better. All right? Let's draw a final card for you, group 3. What else can I tell you? Okay. So we have this orange stone, which is fire agate. Of course it is. Fire agate, sacral chakra, creation. The flames of destruction will ignite a rebirth. So that seals the deal. This is what you have to do, group 3. Okay? You have to make a little fire somewhere in a safe area, obviously, in a very safe area. If you have a fireplace, that's ideal. Maybe a tiny little bonfire outside, somewhere not close to forests or trees or shrubs. Write down what you feel guilty about. Write down your insecurities. Feeling imperfect and insecure, write them down on separate sheets of paper and burn them in the fire. All right? With that destruction will be ignited a rebirth. All right, group 3. Focus on those, the root chakra and the heart chakra of forgiveness. Also, I noticed 2 number 12s. All right? Which narrows down to a 3, which is a highly spiritual number. Living in society, this card is number 3, number 3, number 3. So it's all about spirituality, self-love, and what do they call it? The majestic trine of like the triangle. But pay attention to number 3s, repeating 3s, and we also, for you, have a master number 22. So pay attention to numbers 2 and 3 right now, because when you see those numbers, you may get a sign about something, or it might just be validating that you're doing the work. You're doing the self work in order for you to heal. All right, there you have it, group 3. I wish you all the best. I will see you next time.